Hey everybody, this is Chad Daniels, and you have landed in the middle of somewhere. Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming back. Hey, for the first time, and it feels like in a long time, across from me, as always, is Cyrus Amundsen.
Reunited, and it feels it's my turn to sing. I'll sing today
Yeah,
to start the show.
I love
Uh,
it.
I hate to start back-to-back episodes with Jeffrey Epstein,
Okay, now we're talking about the pedophile.
the pedophile.
Yeah,
Yes, which,
okay.
just to be clear, whenever Mike Cronin talks about the Epstein stuff, he calls it all of that hullabaloo,
Yeah.
which I think is an insane way to refer to pedophilia.
Well, what's crazy is I saw him editing a video with Jeffrey Epstein, and he put the song in "There Goes My Hero"
Oh, see, and so
from Spider-Man.
I don't really, this is why I have barriers with Mike in my life, is because I think I can only learn so much,
Yeah.
because I want to keep that mutual love and respect. And if you tell me something like that, and that's hard to bury that, right?
Right. My least favorite and most uncomfortable quote I have from Mike Cronin is, "Yeah, I touch a little dick, but I'm not a pedophile because it's mine."
So, so last week when you were gone, I felt empowered as the host to do whatever I felt
That
that
sounds
would,
about right.
yes. And so I
For
did
the
so.
first time, I actually got some DMs, and they were not great. But
I would imagine as much. And
I'm having them printed and framed for Christmas.
okay, and then are they going? Is that a gift to you, or is it actually a gift to me? Did you get copies for both of us?
There's two copies.
Okay. So it's kind of like having each half of a friendship necklace. They're just the mean messages of me, and you've cut them in half, and we each wear the one half.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the my brother Greg, who I think we can both agree, although you won't out loud in front of our audience, I think we both agree is smarter than both of us.
Well, here's the thing about Greg. I think he is very smart, but this is a problem I've run into with other people in my life, maybe in my past, where, smart is like
I can't
about
do
how
this
many
with you.
things? About
I
how many things is he smart
here's
about?
what I will say.
He
I
fucking knows where elk live, and he's good at counting pills. That's smart, I think, but not the smartest.
So there's a very good description for those people who are new to the show and don't know my brother Greg. He's a pharmacist who likes to hunt.
Yeah.
And he doesn't just hunt, and this is important for later. He doesn't just hunt, deer and pheasants he likes to go everywhere. So he'll hunt something called an oryx, which looks like a Dr. Seuss deer. And he'll hunt an elk, and he'll hunt something called a mule deer, which sometimes he refers to as a muley, which I don't think anybody should like that.
I don't
But
think so either. But the way this story started, you better hurry up and finish it because right now it sounds like he's hunting young ladies in Thailand.
I don't know where that came from.
Epstein. This whole thing started with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes, but I'm not saying he's not. I was just saying, I think he's smarter than both of us. He also has a job. He works every other week, 7 days on, 7 days off, overnight at a pharmacy, but it's like
Doesn't seem very smart to me, but keep going.
it's not one of those pharmacies where you are dealing with customers. He's just filling orders for like facilities. So
Sure.
he's basically in a giant warehouse overnight,
Yeah.
all by himself counting pills. And so over the years, he's found different ways to entertain himself. For a while, he was listening to really long history podcasts.
Okay.
For a short period of time, he was watching short films made by aspiring horror film creators
Oh.
by himself in a warehouse in the middle of the night. And then, as of recent, like really recently, he has dove, doven. He has dived.
He's
He is
definitely smarter than
diving.
you.
He has dove into uh, the Epstein. Here's what happens. If Greg's really into something and he works overnight and he can listen to stuff and pay attention, by the time the morning comes, he's got a lot of information. So if you get his call on the drive home, it's like listening to a scientist who just did a lot of cocaine and learned something new,
It's
right?
probably like listening to Doc Brown in the parking lot of the mall
Yes.
the first time Marty went back. Yeah.
Yeah, that is exactly what it's like. And the topics range from history to politics to the stock market. And right now, we are smack dab in the middle of Epstein. And not only are we, Chad, smack dab in the middle of Epstein, Greg believes he has solved the Epstein situation. He understands it. And I got to tell you, he pitched it to me. I don't think he's wrong. So,
Okay.
and I wasn't not doing something else when he was telling me this, so I'm going to give you my best version of it.
Okay.
But
Now, I just want to make sure we're talking Jeffrey Epstein, the pedophile, who had an
Pedophile.
island, who has a list. There's
as
a bunch of people.
Mike Cronin would call him, the hullabaloo master.
Yeah, yeah. There's a list. There's a lot of people on the list. People want the list out. Then they find out, maybe I don't want the list out. This is the guy we're talking about.
Yes, like whoever's on that list should get punished. Oh my God, I voted for them. I hope it's, that's what I've said. Whoever you, I think based on, I think people will interpret it based on some of their preconceived opinions.
Sure.
So, Greg believes not, I think there's a lot of like, they're not releasing it because this president was on it, or they're not releasing it because this president was on it. Greg believes instead of protecting a specific individual or political party, he thinks it's a broader conspiracy that's gone on for 15 years. And as of recent, the entirety of it is to protect the sanctity of the United States presidency. Now, he thinks, so there's this guy. Now, here's the thing. Somebody's going to write in and be like, none of this is true. This is all, everything, you just made a person up. But apparently, so when Epstein got busted in back in the day down in Florida in Palm Beach, there's a guy who worked down there, Palm Beach sheriff by the name of John Dugan, not to be confused with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, correct.
Or Crocodile Dundee's Paul Hogan.
Right.
So you're not going to give me that's not a knife, this is a knife? Really? You're going to do the Hacksaw Jim Duggan? You've been doing the Crocodile Dundee for years on this show. And for the first time ever, I sit it on the table in front of you.
Yeah.
How'd you get Hacksaw Jim Duggan so easy?
That's an easy one. But also, my favorite quote from that whole movie is his buddy, where he goes, "Mick, you scared the shit out of me."
Sure.
It's a great line.
It's fine. That's not a knife. This is a knife. So, John Dugan.
Yeah. Sheriff.
Not a major politician, a sheriff, somehow, who was involved in all that, has wound up in Russia, protected by Russia, and is part of their intelligence community over there.
Sure.
Which would tell you, per Greg, that something this guy was privy to, perhaps when looking through a safe and perhaps when, raiding or finding stuff or learning stuff, would be a nice piece of information to hold over somebody who is in charge of something or groups of people from wherever that were in charge of things, right?
Sure.
And so that's what Greg believes. And then there's a lot of sprawling tentacles that he lays out. He's done his research. It's very good. So if you, Chad, had all that information and you really had a good theory put together, what are you doing with it? Are you taking it to X? You going to YouTube for your own YouTube channel? You going to start a Substack? What are you? Maybe you go live on Instagram. Maybe you start a TikTok to trickle it out. What piece of our new digital communication world are you using that you believe is most effective to get this out into the universe?
I'm actually going old school here. First thing I do is I write 15 handwritten letters that just say it wasn't suicide. Okay. And I send those out to the biggest publications that are still around. The New York Times, the Post, like all of these things. And I let them know before I even release this anywhere.
That your death isn't a suicide.
That my death
Yeah.
is not a suicide, because obviously
You're going down.
Your brother is trying to get suicided because, when you like break a tile in an old house and you go, oh, fuck, I wonder if I just got mesothelioma from the asbestos. Is that the same thing that's happening in this warehouse? Did he drop a pill and
He, he, so, well, first, it's basically what I told him, but first I have to tell you, he took all of it, he wrote it up really intelligently, and he posted it on a hunting forum website called monstermuleys.com.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He just went into a place where guys give each other advice on how to kill something with antlers and was like, here's my Epstein theory. And it has not been a chill environment on that site.
Yeah, he went into a place where people are still looking for Obama's birth certificate. And he's decided to drop this bomb on them?
I think he asked the moderator to take it down because of how intense it went. But he also, here's the thing I told him. I said exactly what you said. I was like, I know you think it's a good idea to solve this thing, Greg, or to have a strong theory on it. And it's a great conversation. But back in the 70s, there was this congressional hearing because there was a lot of conspiracy theories and accusations against the intelligence community that they like, oh, you're doing all these things, right? A lot of them still exist today. But one of them that was brought up in Congress was the intelligence community was basically accused of this crazy thing where they had developed what was called a heart attack gun. Mm. So it was a gun that would shoot these little arrows that could penetrate your clothes, go into you. It would feel like a little bug bite. It would no residue, no trace, just a little bump on your skin, and you die of a heart attack. Mm-hmm. And which is crazy. And the congressional hearing, they asked the people from the intelligence community about this, and one of the guys was like, "Yeah, it's right here," and he just held the heart attack gun up. So they had a heart attack gun in the 70s.
Well, that's when all that cool spy shit happened, though.
Don't solve Epstein.
Yeah.
They had a heart attack gun 50 years ago, man. Yeah. And for sure don't solve it on a website where guys are really good at aiming at shit at long distance across fields and trees.
And some women who are there on accident because they typed in Monster Muley and thought it was something else.
Yeah, or some women who, let's not do that. Let's not go down that path. But it's a pretty wild decision on his part. Cronin and I, the one who refers to Epstein's pedophilia as hullabaloo, mm-hmm. He and I were talking about it. He said at one point, and I can't guarantee that this is true, that they invented a gun that could, from a long distance, they could shoot it at you, and like it had a wavelength or array, whatever it is. Look how smart I am. But basically, it would make you feel like all your skin was on fire at the same time.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun at all.
No, it doesn't sound fun at all.
I've never seen one of those, but I have seen an egg you can put up your ass, and then someone has the app to control it.
From anywhere.
That seems like that could be a heart attack gun.
Yeah. I like how you say you've seen that as though I don't have the app and you don't have the egg.
Well, no, like I've seen it in my hand before I put it in my ass. Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant.
I also wonder, do you think what happened to me is I just caught a stray, like I caught a ricochet on one of these, somebody created an autoimmune gun? That has to be what happened to me.
Nah, I just think you're a puss.
Okay, go
Anyways.
ahead. What's your story?
I just saw your shoulders go down. Obviously that's
no, great. I'm so happy that we're both back.
Well, yeah, me too. I would have said just kidding, but Joel gets mad at me for that. Your best friend.
You
Joel.
need to let it go.
Yeah, he just gets mad at me. He
need to. He doesn't get
threatens
mad
my
at
children. Threatens my kids.
No one's ever threatened your kids.
Joel has.
No one has ever threatened your kids.
Threatened with a heart attack gun and an egg, which I thought was fucked up, dude.
He threatened. He said, if Chad doesn't stop eating, it's either going to be a heart attack or a gun. He didn't threaten you with a heart attack gun.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is what he said.
Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And then I beat him in Grrroom. Hey,
yeah,
a lot of stuff going on in my life.
Yeah, can I tell you, whatever this version of how busy you are, I like the version of you that doesn't talk to me just because you don't want to.
Yeah, a lot of times I will make up being busy to get out of a conversation because what you like to do is, hey, I have one question.
Everybody
Do you have
knows.
5 minutes?
And by the way, since you've started gaslighting me with that
That's not
on this show,
gaslighting.
you're a gaslighter. Ever since you've started gaslighting me on this show with that, I have been more open and honest about my intentions to just spend verbal time with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you. So, I think. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah, you're busier than you normally are. I just think you're busier than you.
Well, I am. I have been extremely busy the last little while, right?
Last few weeks.
Here's what I've been doing. I've been saying yes to what feels like everything.
Like it's like that movie Yes Man, like on purpose.
I guess, but not really for that reason. Just because I want to do a bunch of stuff, but then all of a sudden, like Fritz and his lovely family were at the cabin for a week,
Yep.
and then I say yes to this thing. I got to go golf in this tournament, and so I leave them there for the day, and they're fine with it. They know what to do. They're whatever.
They're grown-ups.
They do their own thing. But then I just feel like it's absolutely nonstop, and that's on me.
Just to be clear, I do like that it's more you kind of just keep agreeing to things, and so it's muddied up your life, and it's not. I was worried. It's already a lot to be on your whole like self-betterment journey. If we were gonna add in, I'm gonna try to say yes to everything.
Oh no, I can't do that.
That would have been a nightmare. I don't know that anyone on the planet is less equipped for that than you.
Yeah, that's true. I've given up booze. I make attempts to give up sugar that don't last very long. And I think I'm trying to get better in public. So I think to give up all of it, I mean, somebody shoot me with the fucking heart attack gun. I'll do it myself. I'll swallow I'll choke on the heart attack gun. I don't give a shit. I'll put the egg on the end of it and shoot it up my asshole. I don't care.
Somebody just comes up to you like, hey, Chad, you can just hit anywhere on your body. You just have it touching your tonsils.
Oh, forget it. I'm going to shoot it straight into my brain through my soft palate. But here's the real issue here is it has nothing to do with anyone asking or anything. It has to do with me just not planning because then I go, oh, I know I have this golf tournament and I know people are coming. Oh, fuck, they're both on the 28th or whatever.
Oh, sure.
That's how I do things, which is nice. So at the cabin, we've had some, I don't know what goes on. To turn to my cabin, there's a big campground.
Okay.
But rarely do people camp there. If you remember, there were campers there once. A gentleman named Stevie who made fun of Poe's name. And then I said, is it a bad name, Stevie? Because it was a man. And so, so that's where they camp. And recently...
That's where who camps?
Where people that just like...
Where anyone camps.
They come for a family reunion. Yep. There's a resort down there. And then
is it essentially
camp.
Overflow? To
kind of, yeah.
The
That's
lake
what it
homes
feels
in the
like.
resort. If you're visiting someone and you bring a trailer, you use the campground.
That's what it feels like, but also a lot of tents.
Mm.
So when this all happened, it looked a little like Portland.
Okay.
Down at the end of this thing, and I thought, God damn, this is a good move for the homeless. Mm-hmm. Camp where you're supposed to camp, and then no one knows the difference.
Sure.
So, I'm leaving the place, and it's like probably 30 tents. I've never seen it like that. Then they walk, right? They'll walk down the gravel road past my place and back because there's a little dead end, and they'll
all of them.
A lot of them, yeah. They'll just come in groups.
Like as exercise?
Groups of 5 to 10. Yeah, probably just to get out and see what else is down the road, I would imagine. And these people come through, and one of them goes, is that him?
Oh, yeah.
I'm shooting hoops, bro, and what I hear is that him. And then there's like some whispering, and I'm trying immediately to get away. I'm like getting all my stuff that's out there that I don't want out there. And my back is turned like I'm Billy the Kid getting shot in the back. And this woman goes, "Think you're pretty funny with those Catholic Church jokes?"
No.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine. So here's the thing. Before you continue on with this story, because obviously, right, there's a what happened next. What was in your mind at that point? Was it like, oh shit, somebody found me who I actually pissed off?
No. Initially, I hear, "Is that him?" And I will tell you, I thought it was going to be like, "Hey,
Love you, Moose.
saw this or heard this or whatever," right? So, but I'm gathering up my shit because that makes me uncomfortable too when I'm not on the clock after a show or wherever. But like when I'm in my driveway, that just weirds me out. And so I'm gathering my shit. And then I hear, "Hey, you think those jokes about the Catholic Church are funny?" And I drop everything and I turn around because I'm like, this is fucking game on, bitch. Game on.
Oh, weird. The thing that I thought where someone would be scared, you felt adversarial.
Not adversarial, just like this is if I had a gun, this would be a stand your ground situation.
Sure.
Because she is on my property technically.
Sure.
And so I go, "Well, I heard the tone in her voice," right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was going to hit me.
Yeah, and so I shot her because that works in some states, which is fucking crazy. But we're not going to get into that. So,
Yeah.
as you know, I feel very confidently that I can tell you the first person to invent a gun was a pretty big bitch. Okay. So I say to her, I go, "Oh, you have a problem with those jokes?" And she goes, "Yeah, they're disgusting." And I go, "As disgusting as what goes on in the Catholic Church?" Right? And now I am propped up against my hockey net that over the back of it has a rainbow flag because I've had my rainbow flag on the lakeside and it's been taken down before by I don't know who. Not my neighbors, because my neighbors don't give a fuck.
Well, and people didn't know. It has nothing to do with your view on rights. You're just a big Wizard of Oz fan. You're a huge Dorothy head.
Actually, that's what a lot of people think too. I just love Noah. I think
you're a big Noah guy.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
So, which, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a pitcher for the Dodgers. What's his name? Kershaw?
Dude, it's baseball? Are you asking me baseball?
Well, anyways.
Clayton
Kershaw.
So
How
did I do that?
They all wore, for Pride Month, they all wore a hat that had their emblem on it or their logo, and it was rainbow. And this fucking twit wrote the Bible verse for the fucking flood. What a fucking cunthole. Now, anyways, I know you're not.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Chad, that you don't like miracles.
Oh my fucking God.
I wish I was at your property so I could stand on whatever side that lady is. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chad.
I wish it would have been stage 2. Now,
stop, don't say that.
Well, then you stop saying that.
I know, but mine was just a thing to rile you up. Yours was a thing that I'm actually scared of. Find some wood and knock on it.
Hold on. Let me think of this lady yelling at me about Catholic Church. All right, there's some wood. Got it. So anyways, we're talking, and she goes, "Well, a lot of people make fun of the Catholic Church. You think you're unique?" Which I thought was like kind of a good, yeah, it's nice. Yeah. And I said, "Yeah, but do you think with that many people making fun of the Catholic Church that we're wrong? Or is everyone making fun of it because there needs to be a spotlight put on it, which is the name of a movie that handled that and won a bunch of Oscars." So
thank you for cinema-splaining that to the rest of us.
So I said, I go, hey, who asked you to listen to my comedy? And she goes, well, we were listening on the way up. And I go, that's not what I asked you. I said, who put it on? Did you put it on? Did you just randomly come upon it? And she goes, no. A person back at camp I drove up with is a fan of yours and had it on. I go, well, then go fucking yell at them. I didn't ask you to listen to my stand-up. I don't give a shit if you listen to my stand-up.
You're blowing by the most important. I don't mean to cut your story off. How the fuck did these people know where you lived and camp right next to your house? Was it a coincidence?
Well, I don't think it's that. I think what happens is people camp there year after year, and then they go like, hey, what's going on? They go, oh, well, a comedian lives down here.
Yeah.
That's what I think happens.
Okay.
And no one gives a shit. That's the thing.
Yeah, somebody was riding up, heard the stand-up, they got to camp, and somebody goes, hey, he actually lives down there. I understand now.
Yeah.
Go on. Okay, sorry.
So I'm like, just kind of giving it to her. And she goes, well, maybe you should switch jobs. And I go, maybe I don't have to switch jobs. Yeah. I go, maybe I don't have to switch jobs.
Yeah.
Maybe I could just relocate to a different place with the same job and I could keep doing these jokes. And she goes, well, no. You just shouldn't be able to do that. And I was like, hey, dumb bitch. I'm talking about priests here. So anyways, so all this goes on. We have a couple more exchanges. And by the way, the people with her are giving me the she's drunk.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Well, obviously.
Like the little, either she's been drinking a lot of tea or she's drunk with the pinky up.
Yeah.
Thing. And so we leave it at that. Next day, walking by again, and I fucking don't see him because I'm doing something in my yard. And then I turn and I like in a panic. And she goes, nice rainbow flag. And I turn around and I'm like, yeah, it is. Everybody's welcome here. And she goes, yeah, happy Pride. And I go, huh? And she goes, well, look at my Pride. I have a Pride shirt on. And I go over and she's wearing a fucking happy Pride shirt. And I go, did they finally talk you into taking your meds? And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, do you not remember coming by here yesterday? And she goes, oh, is that you who I was yelling? It's like, what the fuck is going on? Now I am nervous because a crazy person knows where I live.
That's an interesting Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where one of them is pro-Pride Month and the other one is
pro-Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Which is gay people don't get into heaven.
And I suppose you could be both.
Yeah, okay. I do think, I will say this, I do, as much as I give the church in general, like churches in general shit, I do think people are expanding to understand like, hey, there's a different thing here. There's a different thing going on in society. And if we're going to take 10% from everyone in our neighborhood, we need to include gay people. Now, that's not even the best thing about this flag, what this flag has done to me.
Okay.
The reason, so I have the flag.
Chad, show me where the flag touched you. Show me where the flag touched you. You can trust me.
It touched me
Nothing's
everywhere.
going to happen to you. Show me where the flag touched you.
Draped over me and tickled me. So, Poe also has a rainbow collar.
Yeah, your dog with the shitty name. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Cyrus. So, he has a rainbow collar, and I thought, well, this will be good, right? Number one, it's like they know where he goes. Guess what? Spoiler alert, only one with a rainbow flag on a hockey net. So they know where to bring the dog. You match the collar with the flag in the back of the thing. And so, but this guy walking by my house, Poe goes out, and he's like, the guy's like, is he nice? And I go, oh, he's great, man. Don't worry about it. And then he's like rubbing him and whatever. And I go to get Poe, and he goes, is your dog gay? I know. What a strange, I didn't, so.
You answered, yeah, right?
Well, I go, I don't know if dogs can be gay. Do they care? Because I see guy dogs I mean, they're not like.
You should have said, I don't know if he's not. I've been raping him.
So. He's like, is he gay? And I go, I don't know if he can be gay. And the guy goes, well, he's got a rainbow collar on. And I go, yeah. And he goes, well, wouldn't that mean then he's having sex with other male dogs?
What do you live by? How fucking...
They're never my neighbors. I don't know. But then I go, how do you know he's a male dog? And he goes, well, I checked for a dick. And I go, hold on for a second. You're accusing my dog of being gay, but you're the one that had to flip him over to look at his dick? Like, what's going on in this world right now? I just don't get it.
I don't think he has to flip him over. You can see most dogs' dicks from the side.
Yeah, but still you're looking. Now, here's the fascinating thing. A lot of people over the years, because of these kind of stories, have gone, oh, man, how does all this stuff happen to you? Does it really happen? I don't buy it. And I have been so thankful that recently a lot of shit that goes on like this, I've had people around me and they go, like some people, my friends that listen to the podcast and they're like, oh my God, I cannot fucking believe that just happened. So I'm finally, at least my friends are calming down and realizing that somehow, for some reason, I attract human dog shit.
It's not, you don't attract it, you engage it in a way that furthers it. That's what I've realized over the years. I think a most normal person, somebody walk by and be like, is your dog gay? They'd be like, I don't know what you mean. I'm going inside. Like, and that would be the end of it. And you're like, well, why don't we get to the bottom of this? Do you think he went to the dog store to buy an outfit and was like, I don't like blue. Do you have anything that reflects my inner sexuality?
Yeah. And here's something else I know. I've been to gay bars because they make the best drinks.
Okay.
And
well, buddy, you have not been to the Elks Lodge.
Forget it.
In downtown Wadena. You're not into it?
The Elks Lodge in downtown Wadena is a gay bar. Listen to me for a second.
Well, when I'm there, it is. And
so
and if you let a dog in...
This is why I don't listen to episodes I'm not on. People are like, hey, did you hear the podcast last week? I sure fucking didn't. I also, I don't listen to the ones I'm on either, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
that's just less mean of you to say. Go ahead.
Well, no, just we're here, so I'm living it. I don't have to listen to it.
Sure, totally. Go ahead.
And so, but you go to a gay bar and guys will come up to you and sometimes they'll just ask, like, are you gay? And you go, no, just hanging out.
Yeah.
So, but the reason they ask that is probably because they want to fuck you.
I mean, that's a little presumptuous, but maybe.
But I think it's one of the reasons that question gets asked.
Yeah, it's on the list of things for sure.
So the fact that this guy, his first thing he says to me, your dog gay? It's like, I'm scared to answer this question. Yeah, he's soft and fluffy, you fucking weirdo. What do you, I understand you wanting to hump him, but he looks like a sheep. And I know that some guys are into that.
I think a lot of people assume, you more than me because you've had a much better career than me, but I think a lot of people assume, we talk about your cabin and stuff, that we're doing really financially well.
Right.
And, I think one of the cool things about this show is when somebody writes in and they're like, hey, when Chad talked about this, it really helped me feel seen,
Sure.
And so, because you're a big helping people feel seen guy. Unless it's your podcast partner / husband. And so you, in that case, you like to be as seen as the egg that's currently inside of you that I just pushed the button on. So I think this is a good opportunity for us because I think everybody goes through times of, financial stress and struggle. I think there's an awesome opportunity for you and I to be transparent. Chad and I aren't doing as well as we should be. Now, we share a bank account, right? We've
Right.
shared a bank account for years. And
Yeah.
back when they did legalize gay marriage, and there was a lot of talk of the slippery slope, right?
Right.
Like, what's
Right.
next?
Yeah.
You going to be able to marry your cats and dogs? So
Right.
Chad and I did invest in a chain of human to animal wedding chapels that we really thought would take off, and ultimately really bankrupted ourselves, our families, and our futures. And we've had to build back up from the ground. So if there's anybody out there who's ever had a bad investment, just know Chad and I put a substantial amount of money into facilities where you could marry your cats and dogs, because we did think that was coming down the pipe. Is it pipe or pike?
I'm just going to let this whole thing sit here for a little bit.
You don't want to play in this game? You don't want to enter
no.
this sphere?
I don't.
You don't have a name for the business?
I don't.
Not at all.
But I'm assuming you have thought of a few.
Well, maybe one's called Bride and Grrroom, maybe.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Now, in that case, the dog is the man, and that's, to me, well, that's bestiality. So let's be true there. The only sort of, let's be honest, the only sort of animal marrying that was one of our big problems. Was I'm going in and out of the accent, but yeah, we'll let a man marry a female animal. We're not going to let one of these male animals come in and marry one of our women. Not on my goddamn watch. Brother. Brother. You're just going to let me keep going? You're not going to play along? You're not going to have any fun? It was a lot here?
Like when I was on Joe Rogan. I just sat and watched.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about my face.
That was so fun for me. Okay.
Yeah. See, some people, when somebody gets silly, they're like, I'm going to go be silly with that person. And you're like, I'm not fun. That's how you respond. So, I think my face is healing. You can see it on here. I think it's healing pretty nice for the short period of time.
Yeah.
It's been. The one thing I got going on is because it's a scar and it's tight, it's like bug eyeing one of my eyes. So it looks like I got one bigger eye than the other one. And I'm really hoping that
looks like you have a fake eye. Looks like it's a glass eye.
And I don't like that. I think
Nor should you
be a hideous glass eye guy. You know, some guys can pull off a glass eye.
I'm going to need you to name them top 10 because I don't think that's right.
Stevie. I think Stevie crushes his glass eye.
I almost asked you who Stevie was. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Somebody's behind on the callbacks. We shouldn't spend this much time apart.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a couple of things. There's a couple of things going on right now. You know me. I go to the same 5 places over and over and over and over again.
Is this still about your face?
And so, yeah, it is. And so,
okay.
So the same people see me a lot.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of conversations. I think I walk into a place and everybody goes, all right, well, we're going to have to talk to Cy. You know, it's one of those.
Hey, what do you guys think about investing in a place where you can marry your animals?
I would never bring that bit up with them. I'm not
close,
in a place
you're
of
close
silliness.
enough. You're close enough to Kentucky where some people are like, all right, I'm listening.
Yeah, that's why we tried to put the first one in Covington.
Fair.
But we dealt with a lot of building code issues. The funny thing, it wasn't even the animals. It was the building codes. Government bureaucracy, once again, getting in the way of progress.
Yeah.
So, I see a lot of the same people.
Okay.
And a lot of them are pretty comfortable with me. So I've been getting a lot of what's happened to your face. What's going on? Are you all right? And I have yet to tell the truth. But man, am I having fun not telling the truth.
Hit us with one answer.
Well, the main place I go, the main grocery store I go, they don't know anything about me. We just have polite conversations at the meat counter and the checkout counter.
Sure.
Now they know that I just recently had my first MMA fight.
Oh boy.
Yeah, local. It was local.
How'd you do? Besides your face, how'd you do?
I was in position to win, and then I believe I got cheap shotted. I got knocked unconscious, a couple more shots, and that's what happened. They had to repair my face. But by everyone there, they think I have a bright future despite this. Now, what I'm trying to decide is if I am willing. I mean, it was a difficult moment for my wife to see to see the man that she's known to be so strong, to see him on the mat, having that happen. So I'm really trying to decide, if I want to continue or if I just want to say, hey, I had my shot and I got cheap shot. It didn't go the way I want, and I'm going to walk away.
Now, are you saying you got cheap shotted after you were knocked out with a legitimate punch?
End of the bell.
Okay.
End of the second round, I turned ref. Here's the problem with small town MMA. You're so used to seeing MMA, Chad, on TV
with the pro refs,
big production pro refs, television cameras that catch everything there. When you're essentially fighting in a middle school gymnasium with a guy who got paid $40 and doesn't have the training, maybe he doesn't get to separate you quick enough. And when I hear the bell and I turn away because I'm an honest person, clocko. I go down, he goes on top of me. He claims he didn't hear the bell. Couple of punches, I'm done. The fight's over. They don't disqualify him because they don't understand the rules, but I'm out. It was just a whole fucking mess. It was a whole mess.
It sounds messy.
It was a whole mess. And so, I've just got some big career decisions ahead of me. This is like a renaissance for me. It's not like I always wanted to be a fighter. I just got a little older and I'd been doing the same stuff over and over and over. And I thought, man, this is just a chance for me to be a part of something I never thought I'd get a chance to be a part of.
Yeah. And since this is all made up, I'm going to make up the fact that I paid that guy $500 to do that to you.
Well, no one's ever going to hear that story because I'm not going to tell you which grocery store it is.
But were you in a muscle suit?
No. I usually wear...
Who the fuck in Ohio is going to look at you and think you have a promising career in MMA?
Haven't you ever seen... First of all, I'm in hill country. I'm close to Appalachia. And in Appalachia, you see a lot of guys who are like 135 pounds at 6'2". I'm going to tell you something. You fucking don't want to fight those guys. Those stringy, like, go, come down the mountain, your shit, fuck right up.
Scrappy, for sure.
Nobody sees me. It's not like I'm in the grocery store and they go, could you give me a little bob and weave? So I don't know. I think I've got a little, I'm not big, but I got that like, if this guy's a psycho and fucking, I think
no employee in this grocery store has seen you ask an old woman to grab something off the shelf and put it in your cart?
No, first of all, I'm only talking to the meat counter guy and the one guy I know at checkout.
Okay.
Right? And this is not my main grocery store. This is I went and got groceries and forgot a couple things. This one's closer to my house. So I'm only carrying one or two things at a time. So they never go, hey, why did he bring some stuff up, set it by the register, then go back to get some other stuff? Why wouldn't he just push a cart or use a basket? They've never had that experience.
At the other grocery store, everybody's like, why does he always bring his man boy in here?
Yes.
They talk about he's a producer for his podcast, but it looks like he's taken it.
Do you think it's crazy? Do you think Cody should feel bad that he's the one who gave me melanoma?
Is that from the semen on the face?
Do you think that because he was like, you remember when we were going on the Florida trip and he called both of us, right? Cody calls us and he's like, guys, I've been producing the podcast for a while. I'm begging you. I need to see the bright blue waters of Florida. And we were like, yeah, okay. I mean, what are we going to deny BT Cody his dream?
Well, fuck, when he called me, I couldn't understand him for a while. And I go, what's going on? Did you get a tooth pulled or something? And he goes, no, there's a pistol in my mouth. And I said, take it out. Let's talk about this. And he goes, my dream is to MC for you. And if Cy has to be on the show, that's fine. But my dream is to MC for you. And I thought, I mean, if that's your dream, it's a stupid dream.
Terrible
it's a
dream.
Stupid dream.
But here's the thing. That doesn't mean we should kill it.
No, right.
And you and I are good guys. So we put him on the trip. And then he found out like, hey, we could leave today and we could go to St. Thomas for a few days.
Yeah.
And he goes, I've never been that close to UV radiation from the sun. Take me, Cy. Yeah. I beg you, take me. So I can't say it's definitively his fault, but he played a role in it. So maybe that's why, it makes sense why Hay Bales is absent. Like he has just developed an absentee relationship with the podcast, but Cody just really hasn't been around lately. And I think maybe that has something to do with it.
It could, because it also, I remember when Cody was like, it was our first night in Florida and I go, hey, have the night off, I'm going to bring Sai to a really expensive steakhouse.
Steak restaurant, yep.
And then Cody goes, can I come? And I was like, Jesus Christ, I guess. And then
bring you on the trip and buy you dinner?
Bringing his bitch friend with him.
Yeah, he brings it. So now we're buying two dinners.
I got to spin out of that one. She was lovely.
It's because it was a woman. You called the woman a bitch.
Yeah, so I got to spin out of that one.
You should have picked another term.
I just think Cody's a bitch.
I just wish Cody would have brought a man. It would have helped this bit out a lot more.
Thank you. You know what? I wish Cody would have brought one of his pets because it would have really helped out your other bit there. You're flying by yourself.
What, Oh, can I tell you one other thing?
Please.
What do you think, does my hair look as greasy as it feels?
Yeah.
So
it looks like it's stuck to your head. You look like Voldemort before he became a real person.
Like a hot Voldemort.
No, like Voldemort.
No, like a hot Voldemort.
No. There's no other thing to add here. You look like Voldemort.
No, but like Voldemort, like a VILF. Voldemort, I'd like to fuck.
No.
Okay. Like a younger, hotter Voldemort. So,
no.
Years ago, I joined the no shampoo world. I exited the universe of shampoo. It's been great. I think my hair is beautiful. I think my hair is better than your hair, and I think you have great hair. I just think my hair has just been nice. And what I've done to keep it up is I don't do shampoo, but every once in a while I do a baking soda and an apple cider vinegar rinse. Right? I do a baking soda wash, apple cider vinegar rinse, and
this is fucking. You're douching your hair. I mean, you're a fucking crazy person. This is unbelievable.
It works great. I'm sorry that
don't fake apologize for this shit.
No.
Because you're not sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm sorry that you're such a hater.
I'm not a hater.
You're such a hater.
I'm not a hater, but here,
just
you know what?
tell me my hair's great and I look like a hot Voldemort.
Here's the thing.
Just
I'm
say
such a huge proponent of therapy.
I'll never look at Voldemort again.
Until it works this well.
Way.
Until it works this well. Some people, they lose their humility because they get a cheerleader for a therapist. And this is unfucking believable.
Your hair
you pay
looks.
$175 an hour to have somebody tell you you're a hot Voldemort. That sucks.
I'm sorry that I'm in my confidence era.
I hate your confidence era. This episode is brought to you by BetterFuckYou.com. That's better, FUCKYOU.com.
If we're going to pretend you had a good dad and that you should stop yelling at people in public, then we sure can acknowledge that I look like hot Voldemort and...
You don't look like hot Voldemort, and also, I did have a good dad. You should watch me throw a baseball. It's fucking crazy. I'm old.
If your dad taught you how to throw a baseball, it's only because he thought he could win money at a carnival.
There's no question about that, but that's not the point.
Yes, it is.
He still taught me.
The process is as important as the results.
No.
Yes. No. So, the problem is I've got some really raw, exposed skin on my face.
Yeah.
And if you try to dump apple cider vinegar on there, because it trickles down from your hair, it feels bad.
I'm sure it
feels
does.
Very bad. So I'm in a real grease hair mode. And so not only, we've moved out of the people are asking me about my face, I get to lie about it. We've moved out of that and we've moved into like, what the fuck is this guy? Mm-hmm. Where did he come from? What's wrong with, how is his hair? Like, we're in that place. I know on camera it looks good. I look like a cross between like a hot Voldemort and Eric Matthews from Boy Meets World. I know that's what's going on camera, but if you saw it in real life, you'd see more of the greasiness.
Honestly, I think when you walk into a grocery store, people look at each other and go, is there an overflow campsite near here?
Hey, if you guys like this, there will be a new episode next Monday and every single Monday at 8 a.m. So click the subscribe button so your phone sends it to you without having to do any work.